I always thought that Mitchell would make a fantastic parent, but when he came out to us, I think my biggest regret at that time was that he was probably not going to get married and probably not have a family, and that felt like a huge loss at the time.
When I think about my own coming out journey, the thing that probably kept me in the closet longer than anything else was the feeling that gay men aren't parents, and I really knew I wanted to be a parent from a really young age.
So Bethany and I have been friends since we were like 17, 18, and it was something that she had always kind of said, oh yeah, you know, if you ever want to have kids, I would totally donate eggs. And over the course of the last few years, you know, Oren and I got married, and for some reason it became very clear that if that offer was on the table, that it was something we were very interested in.
For me, it came down to if I wanted to live my life from fear and doubt, or I could live from a place of joy and love and faith, and know that sort of no matter what happens, we'll find a way to go through it.
I mean, let's be clear, it's a lot messier to have a known egg donor. There are a lot more relationships.
We had to sort of develop a vocabulary around what the links would be between everybody. All of us were clear and upfront about the fact that Mitchell and Oren would be the parents. There's a lot more to being a mother than being part of them genetically.
When you think about entrusting someone else to carry your child, it's not an easy thing to trust. And as soon as we met Nikki, suddenly we got it.
There's a lot of people who their first reaction is, oh, how could you give up your baby? And I have to keep telling people, this is not my baby. Never was my baby. I have not biologically related to the baby. I'm not giving a baby up, I'm giving a baby back.
It's so remarkable to me that someone can be that altruistic to want to help out a couple that she knows would otherwise not be able to have a child without her assistance.
Mitchell and Oren are very hands-on. They are very good dads. They're definitely looking at it as their pregnancy. I was told that with putting in 2 embryos, there was an 80% chance of one taking and a 20% chance of both. And when we went in for the first ultrasound, right away they were able to find 2 heartbeats. So it was just like really just shocking and overwhelming. It was like, oh my God, I've got 2 babies.
It's such an interesting thing to see a real miracle like this take place in such tiny stages, and yet at the end of the day we will hopefully end up with 2 beautiful healthy babies, and it's quite a beautiful thing to see that happen.
For us, this really comes down to story. All the choices that we've made through this process are really about giving these babies their story very openly and with a clear understanding that we are their parents and we wanted them so badly, but we needed help from all of these other people. I hope that through that, they have an understanding right from the get-go that their family is different. I don't want to mask that. And I hope that through that process of seeing all these characters and to have these people in their lives, I hope that when they probably do hear some inevitable, oh, that's so strange, I hope that there's enough years there where they just feel so fortunate to be part of a story that's so unique and so generous.
Hello babies, I am your surrogate mother, the person who carried you and got kicked by you and punched and jabbed for the 9 months that you were in utero. And I hope that you are doing well and enjoying punching and kicking your dads instead of me.
The fact that it's twins and the fact that it's happening in a same-sex marriage, we brag about it all the time. It's like a story that we are so happy to tell people about.
Yeah, the biggest issue is what we're going to be called. Because she wants to be a grandma and they want her to be a bubby. They want me to be a Zadie because there are no Zadies in the family. I'd rather be Yogi, but nobody wants that. Or just call me Gary, I'm fine. So it's probably going to be Bubby and Zadie, which will be interesting.
If there was one thing that I could say to the babies in the future, it would be that the amount of support and the team that's come together to make this happen for them, I hope they always remember that they're that well loved, and I have no doubt that that will continue through